I mean, it's a huge last few games for Everton, but I think they've got enough, Jason, right?
It feels like it. 7 points out the last 3 games is something I didn't see coming, especially the opposition they faced. Tonight was the easier, if you looked at it on paper, Chelsea away at Leicester. And then
Watford.
you'd have thought, and then Watford today, you'd have thought they'd have enough to get that extra couple of points. I think they're going to be okay. I think they're going to be all right. But Leeds are the ones you're looking at now, their form, and that bounce that Jesse Marsch gave them has gone. It feels like it's gone. And the only problem Leeds have got is that Burnley have picked up points where we didn't see it, and so have Everton.
Yeah.
And honestly, anything can change between now and the end of the season.
Right, let's go to Sean, who's an Everton fan. Sean?
Hi guys, you alright?
Yeah, all right, Sean. Was it a point game tonight, or was it 2 points dropped?
It's a big mix. Like, obviously, it really depends on the extra game we've got over Burnley. You know, it's a big one. We've got goal difference on our side compared to Leeds.
Yeah.
They've conceded a hell of a lot of goals this season. But for me,
I mean, if you look at it, just to clarify, Sean, like you've got an extra game more than Leeds. If you draw that game in hand, you will be 3 points ahead of Leeds with a much better goal difference. So it's almost like being 4 points. So that actually could be massive, really, that point.
Well, by Saturday, it could be all done and dusted, really, couldn't it? Let's be honest, even still, they'll have 2 games in it by the weekend, still?
Yes, I think they will. What did you make of it though tonight, Sean? In terms of the actual performance, because I thought recently Everton have been really good, but tonight I didn't see that same sort of sharpness and bite.
The fight's still there, but it's the front line. Personally, for me, there's not a lot of finishing quality within it. There's the quality there, but Calvin Lewin's not the same player as what was last season. You know, he's doing all these magazine shoots and things like that, but at the end of the day, he's had a lot of injuries. And when you're relying on someone, one sole person really, to score them goals, we've had to look elsewhere, like the likes of Richarlison, to get the goals. And you look at our top goal scorer, what's he got, 9 goals?
Yeah, but there's been so much, Sean. There's been so much wrong at Everton this season. It does feel a little bit like you're looking at just an isolated last 6 months. The problem that Everton have got is what's happened over the last maybe 4 seasons, really.
I reckon it's the last 6 years.
Okay, 6 years then, right? I've been generous, right?
Go back to Marco Silo.
Okay, so I've been generous. So the club itself have spent 600 million, over £500 million to be fighting relegation, right? And the players that have come in, the recruitment and the managers, the decision-making at the top, and it's a little bit like Manchester United, but because Man United have had better players, they've got away with it. Well, they haven't got away with it because they've been shocking. They're falling out the top 4. It feels a little bit like you are a cheaper version or a worst-case version of Manchester United. You've spent huge money and you've got nowhere. In fact, you're fighting relegation. Man United have spent huge money and they've fallen out the top 4. But the decision-making at the top, whether it be the manager or the recruitment and the way that the club has been run, you can point the finger at the players, you can point the finger at the recruitment, you can point the finger at the managers, but at the end of the day, a club like Everton and Manchester United should not be in this position, bearing in mind the money they've got and the position they are in English football. Both football clubs have been an absolute shambles, and you are now. I don't think you'll go down, but this is another shot across your bows. This is Championship football you're staring in the face at. Man United are staring Conference European football in the face. Almost identical to where the clubs are, to where you've both fallen.
Both clubs need a full revamp. They need to rebuild.
But it's from the top. It comes from the top.
Yeah. And it's worrying for both clubs.
Comes from the top.
Like my brother's a United fan as well, so I have it for both sides. We both talk about it, how bad both teams have been. And the issue is a lot of managers buying a lot of different players and things like different ethoses, different styles of play, and you've got a lot of wasted money. You look at Everton's squad now, you've got players who are still there from 6-7 years ago who have probably hardly played. That's what happened with like your Walcotts, your Lasses, Besic, Fabian Delph's now started to play. But like he's been with us for. I've seen a thing that.
Well, it shows how bad it's getting that you're almost relying on Fabian. I like Fabian Delph because he'll give you everything, but you know the fact that you're having to go back to rely on him shows how kind of bad it's been. What Dele Alli? I mean, what's going on with him, Sean? Where do you see his career going at Everton?
Well, it was promising when he come, and would it revive his career? Has he had the right season to come into a relegation scrap? Personally, probably not. He's not played enough football to get involved in it. He might need a good pre-season, but he hasn't got... I don't think he's got the love there for football anymore. I think that was his issue at Tottenham. That's what Mourinho was sort of saying. But when he was at Tottenham, the love's not there for the game. And if the love's not there's no point doing it.
No, absolutely. Sean, brilliant. Thanks for your call. Everton fans, I want to keep hearing from you. 03717 22 33 44.